Today we're going to beat Mario Kart Wii without turning left. In order for something to count as a left turn, the joystick on the Classic Controller Pro must not be turned left. Other methods of turning left, such as the game forcing you to turn left from a bullet bill or a half pipe, or turning right 3 times to make a left, is allowed. Otherwise, this challenge would be impossible. In order to beat Mario Kart Wii, we need to be on 150cc without mirror mode, go through all Nitro cups, and finish before the race finishes for us. The race will finish for us once 11th place crosses the finish line. Before getting into this challenge, make sure to like the video and subscribe for more challenges like this one. Now with that out of the way, let's begin. The Mushroom Cup starts us off with Luigi's Circuit, which is actually pretty easy to do. The only challenge for this track is honestly remembering to not turn left. Considering I've been turning left in this game for years now, it's kinda hard to stop turning left all of a sudden. Another small problem is centering myself to actually make the right turns on this track. Next is Meadows, and yeah. The difficulty just went from 0 to 100. This track is nothing but left turn, which is why our method of turning right 3 times and relying on bullet bills a lot would come in real handy. You see, most of the time in this challenge we'll be relying on luck with bullet bills. Next in the Mushroom Cup is Mushroom Gorge, and if you thought Meadows was hard, Mushroom Gorge is basically Meadows but level 100 Mafia boss. No matter what I did on this track, no matter how many bullet bills I put, I was always so far behind the CPUs or I was just a couple inches away from the finish line every single time. So I decided to skip Mushroom Gorge for the time being and come back to it later. Toad's Factory is following Mushroom Gorge and was actually pretty easy to do. I actually did this on my first attempt, believe it or not. I used the railings on the sides, where pretty much the only left turn of the track is, to recenter myself by hopping, which forces Funky Kong to turn left. Mario Circuit is where the next problem arises. We had such a good track with Toad's Factory, and Mario Circuit comes along to ruin it. The track is fine for the most part, except for the last turn of the track, which is basically just one giant left turn. However, after many attempts, I just barely was able to cross the finish line. Literally, I got 11th place as soon as I crossed the finish line. Crazy. Coconut Mall is here, and actually this track is easy. Like Toad's Factory, go onto the side railing on the steps here to recenter ourselves, which forces Funky Kong to go left. DK Summit is next, and probably the easiest track we'll ever come across in this challenge. I thought DK Summit was going to be difficult, but actually we can just use the half pipes to easily make us turn left. The only problem is just one left turn with a thick snow is, but that can have an easy workaround with turning right 3 times. Welp, we arrived at Wario's Gold Mine. Going into this track, I knew it was going to be even more difficult than Mushroom Gorge. I was right. The track is basically Mushroom Gorge put into a fireplace and burned alive to create a living nightmare of a track. So much effort and struggles would have to be put into this track to beat it. So I ended up cheesing it at the end. Yeah, I literally just pulled a lucky bullet bill and cheesed the entire race. Cool. Daisy Circuit is up next, and this one was about as difficult as Mario Circuit. Luckily, I was able to pretty much get it down in one attempt. Just a couple of 3 right turns would do the trick. Now we move on to Maple Treeway, and this track was a nightmare to complete. Not only is this track a giant left turn, but it's an even bigger left turn than Mushroom Gorge, especially at the beginning of the track. Luckily for us, Nintendo provided a very nice and easy way to get around the beginning of the track from a shortcut, which allows us to skip a good portion of the beginning of the track quite easily. Eventually, with enough bullet bills pulls, we were able to get past Maple Treeway. Grumble Volcano follows Maple Treeway, and the only problem for this track was the first split path section where I had to do a couple right turns to turn left. Other than that, I chose to go down the left path on Grumble Volcano because it's actually filled with right turns and much easier to navigate. We now move on to the Special Cup. Dry Ruins awaits us. There are 2 difficult sections of this track that we need to avoid. The first part after the bridge and the last part before the finish line. Luckily, we were able to pull through. We used the half pipes and the ruins to force Funky Kong to turn left, and we got through Dry Ruins in roughly around 1 attempt. Move through highways after Dry Ruins and we can get through it pretty easily. I mean, it's literally just a bunch of right turns. I even was able to front run this track for the majority of the time. This is until luck decided to hit me and I got run over by a bunch of cars and items, but I ended up completing the race anyway. Bowser's Castle is here, and this track's music is based off of Maple Treeway. Also, this track is a giant left turn. This track must be very difficult. Cheesed it. Rainbow Road follows Bowser's Castle, and this one actually took a while. There's a couple left turns before the cannon that are super hard to avoid. Also, the final left turn before the finish line is very tedious and hard to navigate. Plus you're going to be going very fast because of the boost panel, so it's significantly harder to break. The only good thing about this track is that I was worried about the half-pipes, but if you literally don't touch the controller here, the half-pipes would automatically jerk you to the left. Also, I was able to pull off this really cool looking CPU trick. Like Mario Circuit, although not as bad, we managed to finish Rainbow Road by a landslide. Well, we managed to get through almost all the tracks in Mario Kart Wii without turning left at this point. Almost all of them. Remember Mushroom Gorge? Well, let's see how that's working out. Yeah, I don't think this track is possible. Well, I mean, hypothetically it's possible. Definitely is if you were able to get Dream Minecraft luck and pull a bunch of bullet bills on this track. Unfortunately for me, I was never able to successfully cross the finish line on Mushroom Gorge. So is it possible to beat Mario Kart Wii without turning left? Well, yes, but actually no. It's a maybe. I give anyone this task right now to go off and beat Mushroom Gorge without turning left, record the video and send it to my Twitter. My ad is CiblesGD. I look forward to seeing if anyone can do it. If someone can, then we can officially say that Mario Kart Wii is possible without turning left. In the meantime though, leave a comment down below on if you want to see another Mario Kart game without turning left. Like and subscribe, and I'll see everyone later.